All right, it's Mark Rogers TV, Alabama edition, hailing right there from Atlanta, the site of the Peach Bowl. Ben George from Tide 102.9 joining us. So this is the best way to do it right here, Ben, right in the heart of it all. So how long have you been in town and what's going on?
Got in town last night. Station got over here beginning of the week. A few guys were over here broadcasting. We're actually the only radio station broadcasting live, Mark, from the Peach Bowl, which blows my mind, but it's great for us, great for business. But I got over late last night. I got in about 1:30 in the morning. Had an early wake-up call for media days today. As you know, that happened this morning. Ended about 10:30 Eastern time. So it's been a whirlwind, I guess, 15 hours or so. Starting to come down. It's actually starting to catch up to me now, but it's been a good day. Good to catch up with everyone, see all the guys on the field, see some of the good players and coaches that we don't have access to normally on a week-to-week basis. So all in all, it's been a good start to the week.
So, Ben, you've seen a number of these bowl settings, and there's obviously a difference between, hey, we had a nice season, this is a reward, we're at the blank bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, whatever, but we have no shot at a national championship, just trying to finish things off. And there's that element of fun versus business, and you've been around that situation. And in terms of the way the fans approach it, there's obviously they have to be somewhat knowledgeable of what's going on here versus, again, the experience in certain years when there wasn't a national championship on the line.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and you can tell from the players' tone that it's all business this week. You know, so I think you've had some comments from guys that it's not a bowl game. This is a trip that we're coming over to try to win a ball game and move on to the next one. And the thing is, they've had the experience in this setting too, Mark. The idea is to win championships. That's the goal of the program year in, year out. And they're there every year, and it's that mindset coming in. And ESPN pointed out today, I think when they were broadcasting media days on SportsCenter this morning, that the Alabama players aren't having a whole lot of fun out there. You see the Washington players coming out taking selfies. They're having a good time. They're running around the Georgia Dome. It's a lot of fun. But Alabama's just out there going through the motions. Well, look, it's a business trip. I mean, that's quite frankly the way they treat it. They come over. They've been through they've been through this before. It's not a unique stage to them. It's just another media appearance, essentially. So they come over, they do what they have to do, focus on the game at hand, the task at hand, which is Washington on Saturday. So it might not look like they're blowing it out like Washington, but I mean, listen, they were having fun. There was dancing, there was cutting up, there was plenty of that going around, but you're not going to see the same demeanor from Alabama compared to a team like Washington. I mean, I think there's only a couple of teams that might have a similar demeanor to Alabama in this setting, and one might be Ohio State, who's been in this before, who feels like they should be in this every year. Maybe even a Clemson, who's been in here now a second straight year. But besides that, I think anybody else would come in and kind of be looking around the dome. It was the same way Michigan State was last year. And I had this comment from somebody that worked at ESPN I caught up with that weekend, and they said they knew exactly when they had determined the way the game would play out. And that's when Michigan State walked on the field and started looking around AT&T Stadium with the rafters, the scoreboard, the big venue, and Alabama just came in with their head down, ready to work. And they knew at that point that it's two different teams.
This won't turn out to be our discussion, but I just find that amazing because I understand the difference in the mindset and the expectation at Alabama, even versus a Michigan State that is obviously a top-level program. I just can't imagine that the players would act like that. This is not maybe Houston or Western Michigan sneaking into the playoff, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're glad we're here, and yeah, it's 45-3 in the fourth quarter, but we had a good time. I find that interesting out of a Michigan State team that at that level, you got 12 or 15 guys on that roster that are going to play in the NFL. They expect to achieve every year, maybe not a national championship, but I find that stunning. And they actually played in the Cotton Bowl in that same stadium the year before. Okay, that's interesting.